My child, something massive just happened in your bank account, and you felt it before you even saw it. That sudden pause in your chest, that strange intuition, that urge to check your phone. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is not random. This is not ordinary. A transaction just moved through your account that carries more meaning than numbers on a screen. And the reason behind it is bigger than you think. You were not expecting this. Not today. Not this way. But the moment you opened your banking app, you saw it, an amount, a notification, a movement that didn't match your expectations. Your mind started racing. Was it a mistake? A reward? A reversal? A blessing? A warning? Don't skip. Because what you're about to understand will change how you look at your finances forever. This is serious about your bank account, and the truth behind it connects to decisions you made quietly, when nobody was watching. Pause for a second. Think back to the last few weeks. The calls you ignored. The opportunities you almost deleted. The risks you were afraid to take. What if this transaction is tied to something you thought was insignificant? What if someone noticed your consistency? Or what if a system flagged your account for something that's about to unlock a door you didn't even know existed? Stay till the end. Because this is not just about money, it's about movement. And movement means change. Here's what most people do wrong. They panic. They react. They assume the worst. But you are not most people. You're here for a reason. Don't skip. Because the size of this transaction isn't just about the amount, it's about timing. Why now? Why today? Why when you were doubting yourself the most? Once-in-a-lifetime shifts don't always announce themselves loudly. Sometimes they appear as a single line in your statement, waiting for you to recognize its power. Look closer. Every transaction has a source. Every source has intent. And intent carries energy. Someone initiated this. Something triggered this. Systems don't move without cause. Whether it's a deposit, a reversal, a hold, or an adjustment, it carries a message. And the message is this: your financial story is entering a new chapter. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Because hidden inside this movement is a signal about what's coming next. You've been underestimated. You've been overlooked. You've questioned whether your efforts even mattered. But accounts reflect patterns. Patterns reveal behavior. And behavior builds trust, sometimes with people, sometimes with institutions, sometimes with opportunities you can't yet see. What if this transaction is proof that your silent discipline is being recognized? What if it's the beginning of a flow you once prayed for but stopped expecting? Stay till the end. The biggest revelation is still ahead. Right now, you have two choices. You can dismiss it as random, or you can see it as alignment. Massive transactions don't just appear without a chain of events leading up to them. Somewhere in your past actions, in your late nights, your sacrifices, your restraint, you set something in motion. And today, it moved back toward you. Don't skip. Because understanding this moment correctly could position you for something even greater that's preparing to enter your account. This is serious about your bank account. Not because of fear. Not because of loss. But because of opportunity. A shift has begun. And the way you respond in the next few days will determine whether this was just a notification, or the start of financial elevation. Stay till the end of this journey. Something huge is waiting for you. And this transaction? It's only the first signal. The moment you thought it was over, it actually began. You checked the balance again, didn't you? Just to be sure your eyes weren't playing tricks on you. That number is still there. That transaction is still sitting in your history like a quiet headline waiting to be understood. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what looks like a single movement of money may actually be the opening move of a much larger shift. Think carefully about the pattern. This didn't happen on a random date. It didn't appear in an ordinary moment. It showed up when your focus was divided, when your confidence was being tested, when you were silently asking whether your efforts were leading anywhere. That timing is not small. Timing is everything in financial breakthroughs. Massive shifts often arrive disguised as confusion. And confusion is simply clarity that hasn't been decoded yet. Don't skip. The decoding starts now. Here's what most people will never realize: large transactions are not just financial events, they are signals. Signals that something behind the scenes has aligned. A review completed. A process approved. A release triggered. A decision finalized. You might not have seen the chain reaction building up, but systems move quietly long before you notice the result. Stay till the end. Because when you understand the mechanism, you'll see that this was building long before today. And now you're wondering, is this the peak, or is this the preview? That question matters. Because sometimes the first movement is only confirmation that a larger flow is preparing itself. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The size of this transaction may not even be the most important part. What matters is that it broke a pattern. It disrupted the ordinary rhythm of your account. And disruption is the birthplace of expansion. Let's talk about your response. Did you react with fear? Or with curiosity? Did you immediately imagine loss, or did you allow space for possibility? The way you interpret this moment will shape what comes next. Financial energy responds to clarity. If you move with panic, you close doors. If you move with awareness, you open them wider. Stay till the end. Because what happens after a massive transaction often matters more than the transaction itself. There's another layer you haven't considered. Visibility. When accounts move, they get noticed. Activity creates attention. Attention creates evaluation. Evaluation creates opportunity. This isn't about hype, it's about how financial systems operate. Movement signals relevance. And relevance attracts doors that remain closed to inactivity. Don't skip. Because this could be the moment your financial identity shifts from invisible to prioritized. If this realization is hitting you right now, pause this feeling and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Let them know that financial shifts are not accidents. And if you want to stay ahead of moments like this, subscribe and stay connected. Because what's unfolding in your account might be part of a bigger pattern that you'll want to understand fully. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You thought it was just a number. But it's more than that. It's a sign that movement has started. And movement rarely travels alone. Massive transactions don't knock softly, they arrive as turning points. The only question now is, will you treat this as a random notification? Or as the first confirmation that your financial story is accelerating? Don't skip. Because what comes next could redefine how you see your account forever. You felt the shift before you understood it. That quiet tension, that subtle awareness that something is different now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened in your bank account was not an isolated event, it was a trigger. And triggers don't appear without a chain reaction already in motion. Look deeper at the timeline. Before this transaction, there were delays. There were pauses. There were moments where nothing seemed to move. That silence wasn't emptiness, it was preparation. Financial systems build momentum quietly. Approvals move step by step. Reviews happen behind digital curtains. Decisions are processed long before they reflect in your balance. And when the reflection finally appears, it feels sudden. But it was never sudden. Don't skip. The truth behind this is bigger than a single entry line. Ask yourself something powerful. What changed in you recently? Did you become more disciplined? More focused? More intentional about where your money flows? Because accounts mirror behavior. When patterns improve, outcomes respond. Massive transactions often follow invisible upgrades in mindset. Stay till the end. Because the real story might not be about who sent the money or why it moved, it might be about who you became before it arrived. Here's where it gets even more interesting. When a large movement enters your account, it resets perception. It resets limits. It challenges the ceiling you subconsciously placed over yourself. You get used to seeing certain numbers, certain ranges, certain comfort zones. And then one transaction disrupts that familiarity. Suddenly, your definition of normal expands. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Because expansion is not just financial, it's psychological. Now think strategically. Every financial breakthrough carries responsibility. Not pressure, responsibility. The way you handle this moment creates a ripple effect. Do you react emotionally? Or do you respond intelligently? Massive shifts test maturity. They measure your readiness for the next level. Stay till the end. Because this may not be the final event, it may be the qualification round for something even greater. There's also visibility happening right now. Systems analyze movement. Patterns are recalculated. Risk profiles adjust. Opportunities reevaluate your presence. When activity spikes, attention follows. And attention can unlock doors that inactivity never could. This is serious about your bank account, not because of fear, but because of positioning. Don't skip. Because positioning determines access. What if this transaction was confirmation? Confirmation that the waiting period is closing. Confirmation that your consistency was not invisible. Confirmation that the next phase is activating. Once-in-a-lifetime shifts rarely announce themselves loudly. They whisper first. They test your awareness. They observe your reaction. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And awareness is the key that decides whether you step into it fully. Right now, you stand at a pivot point. You can treat this as a random fluctuation, or you can recognize it as alignment. Financial elevation doesn't always arrive as fireworks. Sometimes it begins as a single notification that feels ordinary on the surface but extraordinary in timing. Don't skip. Because the next movement, the one that follows this, may be the one that changes everything. This is the moment most people miss, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack awareness. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. That massive transaction was not just movement, it was a message. Financial growth doesn't shout before it expands. It tests you first. It watches how you respond to the first sign of elevation. Do you shrink back into doubt? Or do you rise into clarity? Massive transactions are checkpoints. They ask one silent question: are you ready for more? Stay till the end. Because the answer you give, through your actions, determines what comes next. There's something else happening beneath the surface. When significant movement appears in your bank account, it adjusts how systems categorize you. Activity creates status. Status creates access. Access creates expansion. This isn't hype, it's structure. Financial ecosystems respond to behavior patterns. And your pattern just changed. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. But here's the deeper layer. Timing. Why now? Why during this phase of your life? Why when you were quietly evaluating your direction? Because breakthroughs rarely arrive when everything feels perfect. They arrive when you are ready to level up, even if you don't fully see it yet. Stay till the end. The revelation is unfolding piece by piece. If this realization is opening your eyes, share this message with someone who needs to understand how financial shifts truly work. And make sure you stay connected, subscribe and stay aware, because moments like this are not isolated. They build on each other. Don't skip. The next phase could arrive faster than you expect. Let's be clear, this is serious about your bank account. Not because of panic. Not because of chaos. But because of positioning. You have entered a window where decisions matter more than ever. A single wise move now can multiply the impact of this transaction. A careless move can neutralize momentum. Awareness is your advantage. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This wasn't luck. It wasn't random. It wasn't meaningless. It was movement, and movement signals transition. You are not where you were before that notification appeared. A shift has begun. The only question now is whether you will step forward with intention, or watch the moment pass unnoticed. Don't skip. Because the next notification might not just surprise you, it might redefine your entire financial trajectory. You're starting to realize this wasn't just a notification, it was a signal. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened in your bank account is now echoing beyond the numbers. The first movement got your attention. The second phase is about direction. Right now, your financial story is at a crossroads. After a massive transaction, two paths always appear: expansion or hesitation. Expansion comes from clarity. Hesitation comes from overthinking. And this moment is testing which one you choose. You didn't just witness money move. You witnessed momentum begin. Momentum is powerful, but only when it's guided. Don't skip. Because guidance is what turns a single event into a lasting upgrade. Let's talk about readiness. Large movements don't sustain themselves without structure. If this was a preview of greater flow, then preparation is your next responsibility. Are you organized? Are you aware of your inflow and outflow? Are you positioned to multiply instead of merely maintain? Stay till the end. Because the people who grow financially aren't the ones who react fast, they're the ones who respond wisely. There's also something psychological happening inside you. That transaction challenged your internal limit. It forced your mind to accept a new number, a new range, a new possibility. And once your mind expands, it rarely shrinks back completely. That's how elevation begins, quietly, internally, before it becomes visible repeatedly. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. And it starts with how you think right now. Consider this: what if this wasn't the reward, but the qualification? What if this movement is proof that you can handle more? Systems increase access gradually. First they test capacity. Then they observe behavior. Then they unlock higher levels. You may be standing at the edge of a new financial tier without even realizing it. Stay till the end. Because awareness determines access. The timing still matters. This didn't happen during a random week. It happened when you were reflecting. When you were evaluating progress. When you were questioning growth. And suddenly, movement. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. Alignment appears when preparation meets opportunity. Don't skip. Because alignment rarely announces itself twice. Now here's the critical part. Protect momentum. Guard your clarity. Make decisions from strength, not impulse. Massive transactions can either build confidence or create distraction. Choose confidence. Choose strategy. Choose long-term vision over short-term emotion. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, but only if you remain steady. This was not the climax. It was confirmation. Confirmation that your financial environment is responsive. Confirmation that movement is possible. Confirmation that the ceiling you believed in was lower than your actual capacity. Don't skip. Because what's approaching next may not just move your account, it may permanently elevate your standard. Now everything feels different, doesn't it? Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what started as a single massive transaction is slowly revealing itself as a turning point. You're no longer reacting to a notification, you're standing inside a shift. Look at how your awareness has changed. Before this, you checked your account casually. Now you observe it intentionally. Before this, numbers were routine. Now they feel strategic. That's growth. And growth always begins internally before it multiplies externally. This is serious about your bank account because it's reshaping how you see control, value, and opportunity. Don't skip. The deeper layer is unfolding. Momentum has a rhythm. First, there's movement. Then, there's stabilization. After stabilization comes scaling. You've already witnessed movement. You're currently in stabilization, deciding how to respond, how to think, how to position yourself. The next stage depends entirely on this phase. Stay till the end. Because scaling only happens when stabilization is handled wisely. Here's something most people never understand: large financial events recalibrate your baseline. Once you've seen a certain number in your account, your mind adjusts. Your standards adjust. Your expectations adjust. That recalibration is powerful. It removes invisible ceilings. And when ceilings disappear, growth accelerates. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's connected to this recalibration. But this moment is also a filter. Not everyone who experiences a financial spike sustains it. Sustainability requires discipline. It requires awareness. It requires patience. Massive transactions test whether you're ready to handle consistency at a higher level. Stay till the end. Because readiness determines repetition. Think beyond the present. What if this is the first visible sign of a pattern that's about to repeat? What if the flow you just saw is preparing to become familiar? Patterns begin subtly. They introduce themselves quietly. They observe your reaction. And then they either expand, or retreat. Don't skip. Because how you treat this moment decides whether it grows. There's clarity forming now. You're no longer confused about the timing. You're starting to see that your preparation, your silent consistency, your discipline, they weren't unnoticed. Movement responds to alignment. And alignment is not luck. It's earned. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, not by accident, but by design. This isn't just about one transaction anymore. It's about identity. You are stepping into a version of yourself that handles growth with calm confidence. A version that sees opportunity in movement. A version that understands that financial elevation is a process, not a surprise. Don't skip. Because what's coming next may not just validate this shift, it may solidify it permanently. You're closer than you think. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what began as a single massive transaction is now shaping into a pattern you can no longer ignore. This isn't random movement anymore, it's structured progression. Notice the calm you feel now compared to the first moment you saw that notification. At first, there was surprise. Then curiosity. Now there's awareness. That evolution matters. Financial growth is not just about numbers increasing, it's about emotional stability increasing with them. If your mindset rises with your balance, you sustain elevation. If it doesn't, you sabotage it. Don't skip. The difference between temporary spikes and permanent upgrades is happening inside you right now. There's a silent evaluation taking place. Not by you alone, but by the systems, patterns, and opportunities connected to your financial identity. Movement creates a data trail. That data trail tells a story. And right now, your story is shifting from passive to active. From routine to relevant. From ordinary to noticeable. Stay till the end. Because relevance attracts expansion. Think about the timing again. This didn't happen when you were careless. It didn't happen when you were distracted. It happened when you were thinking deeply about progress. That alignment is powerful. When internal focus meets external movement, growth accelerates. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's responding to your readiness. But here's the truth most people miss: every breakthrough contains a decision point. This is yours. Do you treat this as a lucky moment? Or as a signal to operate at a higher level permanently? Massive transactions are invitations. Invitations to elevate your standards, your strategy, your discipline. Stay till the end. Because invitations don't stay open forever. There's another layer forming: confidence. Not loud confidence. Quiet confidence. The kind that changes posture. The kind that sharpens decisions. The kind that removes hesitation. When you see movement like this in your account, something inside you shifts. You start believing that expansion is possible, not someday, but now. Don't skip. Because belief is the foundation of repetition. Imagine this was only the opening wave. What if the real transformation isn't the money that moved, but the version of you that emerged because it moved? Financial identity upgrades don't announce themselves loudly. They unfold gradually. And you're in the middle of one. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it may not just affect your account, it may redefine your entire trajectory. This is no longer about reacting to a transaction. It's about recognizing a transition. A line was crossed. A ceiling was adjusted. A new baseline was introduced. And once a new baseline is established, growth builds from there. Don't skip. Because the next movement may not surprise you anymore. It may confirm that you've officially stepped into a higher level.